right here by my side. If ever I need you, oh my love, in your arms I feel so safe and so secure. Every day is such a perfect day to spend alone with you. I will follow you. Will you follow me? All the days and nights that we know will be, I will stay with you. Will you stay with me? Just one single tear in each passing year. With the dark, oh, I see so very clearly now. All my fears are drifting by me so slowly now, fading away. I can say the night is long, but you are here. Those that handle I'm better for the smile you give. And while I live, I will follow you. Will you follow me? All the days and nights that we know will be, I will play with you. Will you stay with me? Just one single tear in each passing year there will be. Follow you, will you follow me? All those days and nights that we know will be, I will stay with you. Will you stay with me? Just one single tear in each passing year. I will follow you. Will you follow me? All those days and nights that we know will be, I will stay with you. Will you stay with me? Just one single tear in each passing year there will be. Hey folks, sorry I was a little late. The technology gremlins were out in full force today. But we got them sorted out, I think. As far as I know, you can hear me and see me. Who's with us today? Hi, Leo. Happy Sunday. Okay. I'll get to as much of this as I can, Leo. I can't promise that I'll get all 4 of them in, just because there's so many other people that have requests as well, but I'll definitely try to get at least a couple of them. Good luck with your test. Norm, how we doing? Hi, Steve. Hope you're doing well. Do you know Destiny by Michael Jackson? You know, that one does not ring a bell for me. I apologize. I know a lot of Michael Jackson's songs, but that one I'm coming up blank on. Do you have another one that I could play for you, Norm? Hi, Moritz. Keeping the Faith. Please Let Me Wonder by the Beach Boys. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Good to see you. Joining us from Graz, Austria. Hey, Bill Hasty. How we doing? Al joining us. Al Smith joining us from Hawaii. Hi, Thomas. Born to Run, Bruce Springsteen. Maybe. I'm still a little choppy on Springsteen, but in the summertime, that's an interesting one. There might have been. I'm a couple hours to the east by interstate of those guys, so whatever it was missed us here in Lincoln. But yeah, they sometimes get right. Somehow Lincoln misses a lot of these storms. I think we have the heat island effect. Like there's just enough concrete here that it shifts, that makes just enough of a shift in temperature and pressure here that it seems like the storms always bust in two, and one arm curves around us to the south and one curves around us to the north. And there's a place called Waverly and another place called Wahoo a little bit north of us that always get hammered, and then there's another place called Beatrice that gets the hell kicked out of it on the south, to the south of us. And somehow the worst of it seems to miss us almost every time. But knock on wood, not that I want anything bad happening to those other communities. Hey, Pug. Love to hear some traveling prayer or a room of our own. All right. I do not have either of those like worked up to like really, really great performance level, but I'm sure I can attempt something on either of them. Okay. Hey, Steve, anything by the band, if you know it, maybe Cripple Creek or some Oasis, Don't Look Back in Anger? Oh, gosh, Sam, I'm sorry. These are bands that I'm not particularly well-versed in. I'm sure that I could learn them. I just, off the top of my head today, I'm not familiar enough with their songs to be able to pull one up and give a crack at it, because I just have no idea how they go. So my bad. My apologies. As Tears Go By the Rolling Stones. That one I don't know, Bill. I know some other stuff by the Stones. What else are you in the mood for? Maybe we can find something else that'll scratch your itch today. Hey, Ted. Johnny Paycheck or Sister Christian or Purple Rain. Okay. Hi, Ruth Hooker. How we doing? Good to see you as always. Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh, that one's that's a special kind of challenge. If I do it, I'll do it pretty sloppy, but I might try it for you. Let me see here. Kaimani. Hey there, Steve. This week I went to a Billy Joel cover band that was playing with Liberty DeVito. They did an amazing version of Everybody Has a Dream. Yeah, I can give that one a try. I haven't listened to it in so long that I might screw it up a little bit, but good tune. How about either I Am, I Said, or I guess that's why they call it the blues. All right. Thank you, Ruth. Love both of those. Well, I don't know how else to describe it. I definitely feel like there are little creatures inside my computer trying to sabotage me when stuff like that happens. I go to extremes. Okay. All right, well, I'll get started on the ones that we've got. Please continue to say hello. Let me know where you're coming from and what I can play for you. This is for our friend Leo. Tell me there's an angel in your tree. Did he say he'd come to call on me? Things are getting desperate in our home. Living in the parish of the restless folks I know. Everybody now bring your family down to the riverside. Look to the east and see where the fat stock hide. Behind 4 walls of stone, the rich man sleeps. It's time we put the flame torch to their key. Burn down the mission. If we're gonna stay alive, watch the black smoke fly to heaven, see the red flame light the sky. Burn down the mission, burn it down to stay alive. It's the only chance of living. Take all you need to live inside. the key. Burn down the mission, Lord, if we're gonna stay alive. Watch the black smoke fly to heaven, see the red glare light the sky. Burn down the mission, burn it down to stay alive. It's our only chance of living. Take all you need to live inside. All right. By the way, I apologize. I had a stomach flu thing this weekend, but I feel better. My energy's mostly back, but still a little dehydrated from losing so much fluid. So my vocals might be a little compromised from what they usually are as I continue to replenish all of that. Okay, let's carry on with some more of these requests. Okay, let's do a little Billy Joel here for our friend Moritz in Graz, Austria. I'd like to tell you that I would remember the words to this without help. But I've made that mistake too many times, so I'm pulling the lyrics up for this sucker. I've walked away with egg on my face a number of times trying this one without any prompts. lyric site as being a pill. Come on, just load. Thank you. There we go. So this one came out in 1983. I think it was a single in 1984. Off of a very successful album by Billy Joel called An Innocent Man. This was one of, I got to think about this. Were there 6? There might have even been 7 singles from this one. So there were at least 6 top 20 hits or top 30 hits. This album had Tell Her About It, which hit number 1. It had Uptown Girl, which hit the top 5. It had For the Longest Time, which certainly hit the top 20. Had Leave a Tender Moment Alone, which I think was a top 30 hit. And it had this one, which was a top 30 or a top 20 hit. And it also had the title track, An Innocent Man, which was a number 10. So it hit the top 10. And then I think they released This Night as a single as well. I don't think it went anywhere. I don't think it performed very well commercially. It's a great song. It's too bad. But this was just an enormously successful album. And one of the first ones I ever owned. So I have great fondness for this collection of songs. I can just get my lyric site to stop loading pop-ups for a second. Okay. One of my favorite lyrics by Billy. Keeping the Faith. Here we go. 1, 2. Seems like I've been lost in let's remember. If you think I'm feeling older, missing my younger days. Whoa, you should have known me much better. The past is something that never got in my way. Oh no, still I would not be here now if I never had the hunger. Not ashamed to say the wild boys were my friends. Whoa, because I never felt the desire till the music set me on fire. Then I was saved. Yeah, I was keeping the faith. Yeah, 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 keeping the faith. Wore matador boots on the Flag Brothers hat with a Cuban heel. Iridescent socks with the same color shirt, tight pair of chinos. Whoa, I put on my shark skin jacket, you know the kind with the velvet collar, diddy bop shades. Oh yeah, took a fresh pack of Luckies and a man called Simpson. Old man's Trojans and his old Spice after shave. Whoa, I throw my hair in a pompadour, like the rest of the Romeo's wore permanent wave. Yeah, I was keeping the faith. Yeah, 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 keeping the faith. You can get so much from the good things, but you can linger too long in your dreams. Say goodbye to the oldest but goodies, 'cause the good old days weren't always good. Tomorrow ain't as bad as it seems. I learned stickball as a formal education. Lost a lot of fights, but it taught me how to lose okay. Whoa, well, I heard about sex, but not enough. Found you could dance and still look tough anyway. Well, yes, I did. I found out a man ain't just being macho. Ate an awful lot of late-night driving food. Drank a lot of take-home pay, yeah. Thought it was a Duke of Earl. I made it with a redhead girl in a Chevrolet. Oh, yeah. I was keeping the faith. Yeah, 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 yeah. Keeping the faith. Whoa. Told you the reason for the whole revival. Now I'm going outside to have an ice cold beer in the shade. Whoa, I'm gonna listen to the 45s. It's wonderful to be alive when the rock and roll plays. Oh yeah, when the memory stays. Oh yeah, it's keeping the faith. Yeah, 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 keeping the faith. Keeping the faith. You know I am. Keeping the faith. Oh yeah, I'm keeping the faith. Oh, you know I am. Keeping the faith. Oh yeah, I'm keeping the faith. Oh, you know I am. Thank you, Moritz. I can't say I've ever tried this one before, but I do know how it goes. So I'm going to try at least a few verses of it anyway. This was a 70s thing by Mungo Jerry. Let's see. Just getting a tempo in my head. You got women on your mind. Okay, a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, Just as I'm about to play, there's a damn pop-up ad. Okay, thank you. Lyric sites are the worst. They have 1,000 different ways that they try to monetize. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, here we go. In the summertime when the weather is hot, you can stretch right up and touch the sky when the weather is fine. You got women on your mind. Have a drink, have a drive, go out and see what you can find. If a daddy's rich, take her out for a meal. If a daddy's poor, just do what you feel. Along the lane, do a ton in 25. When the sun goes down, you can make it good and really fine. When I threat people, we're not dirty, we're not mean. We love everybody, but we do as we please. When the weather is fine, we go fishing or go swimming in the sea. We're always happy, lives we're living, that's our philosophy. Sing along with us, da-da-da-da-da, yeah, we're happy. Da-da-dee-da, da-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-da. Da-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-da. When the winter's here, yeah, it's party time. When, sorry. Weird. Hard to explain. Something. Oh, when the winter's here, yeah, it's party time. Bring your bottle where you're bright. Bring your body where you're bright clothes. So soon it will be summertime and we'll sing again. We'll go driving or maybe we'll settle down. If she's rich, if she's nice, bring your friends, we'll all go in town. Say in the summertime when the weather is hot, you can stretch right up and touch the sky. When the weather is fine, you got women on your mind. Have a drink, have a drive, go out and see what you can find. If a daddy is rich, take her out for a meal. If a daddy's poor, just to do what you feel. Speed along the lane, do a ton of 25. When the sun goes down, you can make it good and really fine, yeah. When I threat people, no, we're not dirty, we're not mean. We love everybody, but we do as we please. When the weather is fine, go fishing or go swimming in the sea. We're always happy, lives we're living, yeah, that's our philosophy. So sing along with us, da-da-da, yeah, we're happy, yeah, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, well, that felt like experimental theater, but that's fun. Okay, cool. All right, so let's take a stab at this album cut by Billy Joel, Everybody Has a Dream. See if I can remember how it goes well enough to fake my way through it. Definitely not something I've practiced. Let me see what key should be in here. Okay, again, this is very, very raw, so give me a little grace on this one. Could be a train wreck. I might forget how some section goes and just fall completely apart, but we'll try at least some of it. While in these days of quiet desperation, as I wander through the world in which I live, search everywhere for some new inspiration. It's more than cold reality can give. If I need a cause for celebration or a comfort I can use to ease my mind, I can rely on my imagination, and I dream of an imaginary time. I know that everybody has a dream. Yeah, everybody has a dream. Yes, everybody has a dream. And this is my dream, my own, just to be at home. Just to be at home, be alone with you. I can't remember how the melody goes. I'm like, ugh. I remember pieces of it, but I have not listened to this song maybe in 6 years. Please forgive me. That's all the farther I'm going to try to go with this. However, now that you've asked for it, and because I feel embarrassed when somebody asks me for a Billy Joel song and I can't fake my way all the way through it, this is now a project for me, and sometime in the next live stream or two, I will learn it properly so that we can get all the way through it and hopefully have a really good performance of it. So that's all the farther I can go for the day. Sorry. Okay, so this is our friend Ted. Ted and I have a shared love of the 80s. Let me see here. What would be the right key for this one? Okay, so probably would be best for me. I'm thinking probably here. Okay, we're going to try this one. I think I remember this one from the radio pretty well. Sister Christian, oh, the time has come, and you know that you're the only one to say, okay. Baby, you know you're growing up so fast, and Mama's worrying that you won't last. Just say, let's play. Sister Christian, there's so much in life. Don't you give it up before your time is due. It's true. It's true. Motoring, what's your price for flights? You got him in your sights, driving through the night. Motoring, what's your price for flights? Finding Mr. Right, you'll be alright tonight. Motoring, what's your price for flight? And finding Mr. Right, you'll be alright tonight. Yeah, motoring, what's your price for flight? In finding Mr. Right, you'll be alright tonight. Sister Christian, oh, the time has come, and you know that you're the only one to say okay. But you're motoring, yeah, you're motoring. Thanks, Pug. Hi, Jan. Vienna and or anything I know from Bruno Mars. Okay. Okay, here's a vote for Bob Dylan. The thing that I have up about my current setup at least in terms of what I use in my studio, is absolutely still the same rig. I haven't had to make any changes to that for about 6 years maybe. So, not saying I won't ever, but right now this is still serving me pretty well. Okay. Thanks, Bill, and thanks, Ted. Hey, Bill and Ted, it's excellent adventure. Okay, sorry, I had to make that joke. So let's do one by Bruno Mars here for our friend Jan. I learned this one for my sister's wedding. And there was a miscommunication because I, of course, basically stopped listening to the radio in about 1993 and was pretty content to just live in the 70s and the 80s and the very early 90s as much as possible. Then my sister gets married and she says, "Can you play Just the Way You Are for me?" And I'm sure that she probably said by Bruno Mars, but somehow my reticular activator just like filtered it out, and I thought she meant. Which seems like a wedding song. Don't go changing to try and please me, right? I'm like, oh God, I've played that a gazillion times. I don't even need to practice. I could just show up cold. And on the drive to Nebraska, I found out, no, it's this other song. My mom said, "So have you practiced your songs?" And I go, "Well, everything except Just the Way You Are. I don't need to practice that." And she goes, "I didn't know you played that one." I said, "What are you talking about? I've played it 1,000 times right in front of you." And she goes, "This one?" She brought it up on her streaming service, and I went, "I have no idea what this song is." So I'm glad I learned it the day before. And of course, my sister is super cool, so she was like, "Just play the Billy Joel one." I was like, no, just let me find somewhere that's got a keyboard and let me play around with it for a couple hours, and we'll play the right one for you. So I've grown fond of this song because of that story as much as because of the song itself, but it's a good tune. So, also called Just the Way You Are. Her eyes make the stars look like they're not shining. Her hair falls perfectly without her trying. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. Oh, I know when I compliment her, she won't believe me. It's so sad to think she don't see what I see. But every time she asks me, do I look okay, I say, when I see your face, it's not a thing that I will change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. Girl, you're amazing, just the way you are. Oh, her Her lips, I could kiss them all day if she'd let me. Her laugh, she hates, but I think it's so sexy. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. You know, I'd never ask you to change. If perfect's what you're looking for, then just stay the same. Don't even bother asking if you look okay, 'cause you know I'll say when I see your face, it's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. Girl, you're amazing just the way you are. The way you are. The way you are. Girl, you're amazing just the way you are. When I see your face, there's not a thing that I'll change, 'cause you're amazing just the way you are. When you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. Girl, you're amazing just the way you are. Okay, so Aquamoo wants to know, what do I do with this keyboard over here on my side? Be perfectly honest with you, not a whole lot anymore, but what this one is, this has played a few important roles. For a long time, it was my gigging keyboard, but it was always sort of at the heart of my studio work, because what this is a sequencer. So there's a 16-track recording station built into this. And back in the day when I was doing tons of live performance, what I generally did, because I was playing so many bars and clubs and parties and I don't know, just rooms with a lot of ambient noise where it wasn't a concert. People weren't there to pay attention to me. I was there to create atmosphere, maybe create a situation where people could dance a little bit. But they were there to socialize and drink and eat and other stuff. And I felt more comfortable in those environments with tracks, so that it was more like I was playing with a band, just because it filled up the room a little more. It filled the sound space up for me, and it gave me something that was I had to focus a little more, because I had to stay inside, the drum tempo, and had to be a little more selective about the notes that I played. And so it was a different kind of experience than playing solo piano and vocal. And I made all my own tracks. This was in the age before karaoke tracks were like really prolifically available. And I wouldn't have liked that anyway, because traditional karaoke tracks had everything, and then you could sing to it, right? But I would have been doubling my piano part on top of any other keys that were already in there. So I actually customized all my tracks and optimized them for my style of play and kind of created my own arrangements for everything. And I did it all on this keyboard because I could put in drums and I didn't ever do like preloaded drum tracks. I actually would like layer them in myself and perform them on the keys. So like, this would be a kick drum. And this would be like a hi-hat. So I actually played drum beats and stuff on it and put bass parts together and strings and horns. And then for a long time I actually played, I saved them all on, this is so old, it still uses floppy disks, 3.5-inch floppy disks. I'd save them on those and I would load them right into the computer, right into the keyboard and play live with them. Eventually I started making recordings of the backing tracks and turning them into MP3 files and keeping them on an iPod, which then I would run through my system. And then I got another keyboard that I could take out gigging, and I could leave this in the studio just to make new tracks with. And then, but that way there would be a slot open in the mix live for my piano and my vocal. And I wasn't doubling something or coming in over the top of it, and I could really kind of make it my own. So I did that I got this in 2002 and used it very prolifically, making tracks and gigging until probably 2012. Then I got a new keyboard, and then just used it in the studio to make tracks. And I made all of the drum and bass tracks and strings and all of that kind of stuff for all of my original songs and albums on this guy through 2018, actually through 2022. The next time, the next album I do will actually have, I'll be using different technology and an actual live drummer and all kinds of other stuff. But so this has been an important part of my studio. For about 20 years, it was like right at the heart of any recording work that I did, whether it was to support my performances or to make records that I have on like Spotify and stuff. So now it's just there because I don't have the heart to get rid of it, but I don't really need it or use it very much. I'm basically keeping it around in case there's like a sound on it that I want to use in a recording at some point in time that I can't find on some other sound bank. But it's there mostly for nostalgia now. There you go. And it just looks better in the shot. Makes me look cooler to have it here. So that's the truth. No, I don't do that. Not my skill set. Not my skill set. I could probably do it if I had it over here, because I would have to definitely play it with my right hand. But definitely not my forte to be doing this sort of look. I'm a piano player. I don't try to be anything else. Allison Shee is here. Hello. Thanks for joining us. She says, happy Sunday, tuning in while in transit, so I'm not sure how long I'll be able to listen. Hoping I might play Keeping the Faith. All right. Yeah, we did already. How about that? Nice. We're just like this, on the same wavelength. Okay. Okay, let's get back to the requests here. Jan said I have to play this one now too. So now is as good a time as any. We played Bruno Mars' Just the Way You Are. Now let's do Billy Joel's. Don't go changing to try and please me. You never let me down before. Don't imagine too familiar, and I don't see you anymore. I would not leave you in times of trouble. We never could have come this far. I took the good times, I'll take the bad times, I'll take you just the way you are. Don't go trying some new fashion, don't change the color of your hair. No, you always have my unspoken passion, although I might not seem to care. I don't want clever conversation, I never want to work that hard. Just want someone that I can talk to. I want you just the way you are. I need to know that you will always be the same old someone that I knew. Whoa, what will it take till you believe in me the way that I believe in you? I said I love you, and that's forever. This I promise from the heart. I could not love you any better. I love you just the way you are. All right. I don't want clever conversation, and no, never want to work that hard. I just want someone that I can talk to. I want you just the way you are. Oh, 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 Hi, Scott. I don't understand the question exactly. Are you asking why I was telling a long story instead of playing a song, or are you wondering if what happened to all of the tracks that I made on here over the years? Here's one for our friend Norm. In lieu of the Michael Jackson song that I did not know, he asked if I knew this one by Van Morrison, which I do. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. where did we go? The days where the rains came out in a hollow, playing a new game, lapping and running, hand out, skipping and a jumping in the misty morning fog with our hearts a thumping, baby, and you, my brown-eyed girl, you, my brown-eyed girl. Now whatever happened to Tuesdays are so slow, going down to the old mine with a transistor radio, standing out the sunlight laughing, hiding behind a rainbow wall, slipping a sliding, baby, all along the waterfall with you, my brown-eyed girl, you, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da-da, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da-da, la-da-da. So whatever happened? Wait a minute. What? Of course, I didn't bring up the words. Someone help me out. What's the last verse start with? Foolish. I get arrogant. I know the words. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So I find my way now that I'm all on my own. I saw you just the other day. Oh my, how you have grown. Casting my memory back there, Lord, sometimes I'm overcome. Just thinking about making love in the green grass, baby, behind the stadium with you, my brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da-da, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da-da, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da-da, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da, sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da, la-da-da, the brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. What's the most challenging song for me to learn? To be honest with you, I'm not sure that, I appreciate the question. So first, let me say that. But let me reframe the question a little bit. You see, the method that I use to learn songs is such that the song is a very living, breathing situation. I don't have like a set exact way I'm going to play it every time. I just have a framework that I use to play it that keeps the essence intact. And so most songs are pretty easy for me to learn. The trick is that I have to know how they go. I just have to know, like, I have to be familiar enough with it to remember how the melody goes and what the sort of the cadence of the lyrics and all of that is. And if I don't have that information, then I'm kind of screwed. I can't learn it. So I have to sit and listen to it for a while. But in terms of actually, like, figuring out the chords and putting a rhythm pattern together for it, it doesn't take me very long at all, regardless of how sophisticated or complicated the chord progression is for the most part. So I would say that the best way to answer that question is that for me, the hardest song to learn is one that I either don't enjoy myself enough to want to play it for fun, or one that I'm only going to play for some reason or another, either because of demand from the audience or whatever, then maybe I'm only going to get to play it once or twice, in a span of several years. And the reason for that is just the lack of repetition. I just don't have a good excuse to put in a lot of reps. So any song that fits that category probably would be the hardest one to learn, just because I don't have the repeated, the muscle memory in my mind about how the song goes and where it's going next and all of that. But every song that I am going to play with any kind of regularity, multiple times a year, and it's one of the reasons I do these streams, is just to keep funneling new songs and the songs that I've known for years, just to keep playing, just to not lose anything. All of those are getting better the more times I play them, because I'm adding in, as I learn, new tricks and tips and tools for filling space, and come up with better ideas for enhancements of the rhythm patterns and stuff. I'm making all of the songs better the longer I play them. So in that regard, there is no end to the learning process. But the ones that I'm only going to get a one or two cracks at, those are tough, because I just don't have the chance to really sit with them and internalize them the way I'd like to. Well, I'll tell you what, Scott, I agree with you there. We have not seen the kind of, in my view, we haven't seen the quality of music that I think a golden age for music in general certainly was from the 60s through the 90s, maybe a little bit into the early 2000s, but now I'm sure there's a lot of high quality music out there, but none of it's like super crazy famous. It's hard to get everybody's attention the way we once could. And so we don't have those big things, those really awesome songs that we all share in the same way across generations and everything. The ones that we do, tend to be old songs. Okay, here's one for our friend Ruth Hooker. LA's fine, the sun shines most of the time, and the feeling is laid back. The palm trees grow and the rents are low, but I keep thinking about it, making my way back. I'm in New York City, born and raised, Nowadays I'm lost between two shores. And LA's fine, but it ain't home. New York's home, but it ain't mine no more. I am, I said, to no one there, and no one heard it all, not even the chair. And I am, I cry. I am, said I. And I am lost and I can't even say why. Leaving me lonely still. Ever read about a frog who dreamed of being a king and then became one? Except for the names and a few of the changes when you talk about me. The story is the same one. Got an emptiness deep inside and I've tried, but it won't let me go. And I'm not a man who likes to swear. I never cared for the sound of being alone. I am, I said, to no one there, and no one heard it all, not even the chair. And I am, I cry, and I am, said I, and I am lost and I can't even say why. Leaving me lonely still. LA's fine, the sun shines most of the time. Oh no. You ever read about a frog that dreamed of being a king? Oh no. Oh no. Aqua. So, well, I mean, I don't play a lot of songs like Root Beer Rag. It's not really like that one I've learned well enough because it's Billy Joel. But I don't as a piano player really traffic in that. I'm a piano man. I'm not a pianist, and I'm not really a piano player. I'm a guy who accompanies himself singing. So do I have a few instrumentals that I've learned? Yeah, I do. But that's not really so I don't really even think about that. I suppose that would be, yes, it's more challenging to do that. But I mean, at the same time, I would say that I can focus entirely on playing piano on that one. Whereas, something that's got a little bit more complicated piano part that I also have to be singing while I play it is also very challenging. But I still, at the end of the day, I think that the deciding factor for me is how often do I get to play it? Like, how much do I know it? But I'm not obsessed. I'm just not somebody who's obsessed with, like, getting signatures down absolutely perfect. And I've done some of that with Billy Joel and Elton John in particular. But for the most part, I'm a guy I'm kind of a jammer, and I'm kind of a rhythm specialist more than so I don't pretend for 1 minute that, like, I'm one of these superstar precision guys. I never have been. I didn't do enough scales and finger exercises for that. But what I can do is I can turn this thing into a band. I can turn the piano into a band. That's my skill. I'm very good at that, and I focus most of my attention on that, and I don't, there's a lot of different kinds of skills that you can have on piano, and so I've kind of found what my strength is, and I kind of lean into that, and it's what I enjoy doing most. And in that context, the stuff that I'm going to play the least is usually the most difficult for me because of the lack of time listening to it, and then just not getting the repetitions in. Very good question, though. Very, very interesting. Good discussion. You're welcome, Ruth. I'm working on them, Leo. Like I say, I don't know if I'll get to all 4 of them, but I got burned down the mission already, so we're peeling through. I'm just trying to take care of as many people as I can here. We got a lot of people asking for stuff today. Here's one that was in the queue. Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile, but then if you're so smart, tell me, why are you still so afraid? Where's the fire? What you hurry about? You better cool it off before you burn it out. You got so much to do, only so many hours in a day. Hey, when the truth is told, you can get what you want, or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Slow down, you're doing fine. Can't be everything you want to be before your time, although it's so romantic on the borderline tonight. Too bad it's the life you lead. You're so ahead of yourself, you forgot what you need. Though you can see when you're wrong, oh, you can't always see when you're right. You're right. You got your passion, you got your pride. Don't you know that only fools are satisfied? Dream on, don't imagine they'll all come true. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Slow down, you crazy child. Tear the phone off the hook. disappear for a while. It's alright, you can afford to lose a day or two. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? You know that when the truth is told, you can get what you want or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Why don't you realize Vienna waits for you? All right, a little Bob Dylan coming your way by request. Oh, I laugh. This particular song, I've always liked this one. This is from Bob's sort of acoustic folk era. And he wrote it in the 60s, which of course was a time of a lot of change. A lot of change happening in the world and in America in particular. And I kind of think about the changes that we're undergoing today because of the rapid, like exponential explosion of technology, the capabilities, how outdated things, like, you know, there was no piece of technology in 1962 that you could buy that would be totally obsolete in 1968. But good Lord, 6 years, if you bought something in 2019 that's a tech thing today, like right now, it feels like it belongs in a museum. So it's a very, we're in a time of a lot of change, and it's, I think, at the root of a lot of the tumult that's going on, a lot of the, it's exciting and it's scary and it's creating lots of opinions, and it's creating information silos and echo chambers, and I don't know. It's an interesting time to be alive, and I think we're still kind of trying to figure out how to do it as a collective. And so this song feels in some ways even more relevant today than it did in the 60s. The details aren't the same, but the overall message of the song, I think, is very relevant to the time that we're in. It's called The Times They Are A-Changin'. Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, except that it's soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming or you sink like a stone, for the times they are a-changin'. Come writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. Don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that it's naming, for the loser now will later to win, for the times they are a-changin'. Come senators and congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall, for the gets hurt will be he who gets stalled. And the battle outside is still raging. We'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are a-changing. Come mothers and fathers throughout the land, don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend your hand, for the times they are a-changing. Well, the line it is drawn, the curse it is cast. The slow one now will later be fast, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last, for the times they are a-changing. That's for Frankie Burns. All right, this is for B. Benson. Call me a joker, call me a fool. Right at this moment I'm totally cool. Clear as a crystal, sharp as a knife. I feel like I'm in the prime of my life. Sometimes it feels like I'm going too fast. I don't know how long this feeling will last. Sometimes it feels like maybe it's only tonight. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Too high or too low, there ain't no in-betweens. And if I stand or I fall, it's all or nothing at all. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Sometimes I'm tired, sometimes I'm shot. Sometimes I don't know how much more I got. Maybe I'm headed right over the hill. Maybe I set myself up for the kill. Tell me, how much do you think you can take until the part in you starting to break? Sometimes it feels like it will. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Too high or too low, there ain't no in-betweens. You can be sure when I'm gone, I won't be out there too long. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Out of the darkness, into the light, leaving the scene of the crime. Either I'm wrong or I'm perfectly right every time. Sometimes I lie I go to extremes? Can be sure nor I fall. It's all or nothing at all. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. No, I don't know why I go for ice cream. Too high or too low, there ain't no in between. You can be sure when I'm gone, I won't be out there too long. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Scott Thomas says, do you recommend computer tablets for sets of songs, lyrics, chord notes for scrolling? Any favorite apps that you recommend for performing? Well, I'm going to be real honest. I haven't done tons and tons of gigs since that sort of became the norm. But if I were going to get back into the game with a lot of alacrity, then yes, I would get an iPad or some kind of a tablet, and I would acquire lyrics for the songs that I wanted to do, or that I wanted to have available to me. I was never a big one on creating a set list. The gigs that I played, just like, it kind of depends. If there are certain gigs where people are there mostly for you, and then there's other kinds of gigs where most of the people are there for something else and you're a secondary benefit of being there. And in those environments, I always personally found it better to just sort of have my big collection of music with me and to go fishing. You know, try something, see how it played with the room. If what I was doing was hitting, then I would do more things kind of like that. And if it wasn't, then I would try a totally different kind of tempo, totally different genre, or, you know, just go in a different direction and just kind of see what the vibe in the room was, because I didn't always know. But when I'm playing a show where people are there to see me, like a concert, then obviously, yeah, I bring a set with me. This is a little different because this is like, I just want to get here and see what people want to hear and try my hand at filling your requests. But if you guys, like, if I did a tour, which I hope someday I'll have, right now I don't think I have quite enough followers on YouTube to be able to go and fill up, you know, the venues necessary yet. But I'm growing. So if the day comes when I can do a little tour and you guys could come and see me in person, then I would have a set. I'd have a set list that I put together for the night, and it would be well rehearsed, and I would play it for you. And there would be an arc, you know, there'd be a mixture of up-tempo and ballads and medium tempo stuff, and I'd have stories I was going to tell about it that were, relatively planned out. But that's not, every kind of gig has its own kind of way, it's got its own dynamics. So in terms of the functionality, I've never liked the screen thing because I wanted to be looking at the audience rather than my screen with lyrics on it. But at the same time, if you want the variety if you want to offer maximum variety, there's only so many songs you can have all the words memorized to in your head and do well. And, in my case, I had about 300 songs to go from, and at any given time, I probably had the lyrics down pat to about 150 of them just by memory. But, when people ask you for something, it's embarrassing when you can't remember what to do, or where it goes. So I think that I would probably have a tablet. But that being said, you should be well rehearsed enough that you're not glued to your tablet all the time. You want to be able to make eye contact with somebody every once in a while. So, that's just my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. That and a couple of bucks will buy you a cheap cup of coffee somewhere. My favorite apps, again, I never was using any of them, but if you wanted to use tracks, what was the name of it? There was a really great, I can't remember what it's called now, but there's something that'll actually put the tracks together for you, and you can tell it to drop the piano from the mix or the guitar from the mix or whatever, and you can tell it what key to do it in. I would definitely have saved myself a lot of time and energy in the studio using that. But Ultimate Guitar Tabs is worth having Ultimate Guitar Tabs, I think, is worth having the pro version of if you're going to do this. It's about $100 for the year, and they have good lyrics and chords for, like tons of songs. So that's one that you might want to look into. Okay. I'm just looking to see what I've missed and what I have time for here. A lot of requests, and some people are going to be disappointed because I just don't have time to get to them today. I'm gonna end with this one by the Beatles. Aqua, your question about what album would I take with me to a deserted island? I could never pick one Billy Joel album. They're all too special to me. But I could definitely say that I would probably be happy with Abbey Road by the Beatles. Okay, and speaking of the Beatles, this is for our friend Leo. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better. Hey Jude, don't be afraid. You were made to go out and get her. The minute you let her under your skin, then you begin to make it better. And anytime you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain. Don't carry the world upon your shoulders. Now you know that it's a fool who plays it cool by making his world a little colder. Na 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 na. Hey Jude, don't leave me, don't let me down. You have found her, now go and get her. Remember to let her into your heart, then you can start to make it better. Let it out and let it in. Hey Jude, begin. You're waiting for someone to perform with. Don't you know that it's just you? Hey Jude, you do. The movement you need is on your shoulder. Na 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 na. Yeah. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her under your skin, then you begin to make it, help me out, better, 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 better. Wow! Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Na 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 na. Hey Jude, Judy, 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 Judy. Ow! Hey Jude. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. We're gonna try a little experiment here. We're all over the world here tonight. So I know that we're not in the room and we're not breathing the same air and all of that, but maybe you could use the chat feed, or you can just send out some energy. I want you singing with me on this. So what I would say is, everyone in North and South America, it's your turn right now. Say, na, 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 na. Hey, Jude. The Americas, one more time, take it. All right, thank you. Now Europe, Asia, Africa, all you. Australia too. Now everyone together say, na, 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 hey Jude. Na, 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 hey Jude. One more time. Na, 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 hey Jude, yeah. All right. Thank you to everyone who did not get their request played. My apologies. Only so many hours in the day. And if I avoided it, it is either because I didn't know it very well or I overlooked it on accident, or might also have been if there was something that was going to be a particular vocal challenge for me today, where I'm still recovering from being so dehydrated from stomach bug. I might have chickened out on a couple of them. So come back. Let me know what you want to play. I'll always do my best every time, and I really appreciate you guys. So we're going to get out of here for now. And remember, if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. Give as much love as you can to as many people as you can, as often as you can. We don't know when the ride comes to an end, so make it count. Don't have any regrets. And remember, I'll be here on Wednesday all the way through next month we're having a very Billy Joel summer, sending love and support his way by celebrating his music as he goes through this recovery period for this situation he's got, this neurological situation that he's got. So anyway, I'll be there on Wednesday, same time, same place, and then I'll be back here next Sunday. So take care, everybody, and thanks for dropping by. I love you guys.